Welcome back, everyone, to the GGBL. Postseason action underway here. We got a wild card finale. Game ones were in the last episode, so if you missed that and you don't want a spoiler here in this episode, make sure you're checking that out before you get to this one, because we're going to finalize the wild card round here in this episode. AL and NL, both sides of the coin. We're going to figure out who's going to get to the divisional series in both league, AL and NL. So we jump ahead here to the second inning. Carlos Cairo, he's got a strikeout. Pitching pretty well up until this point. Top of the third. Base hit here for Simeon Karev, the number 3 hole hitter. Catfish will round third, head for home. OKC is up 1-0. So they are down 1-0 here in this series. They need to get a big-time W here. So far, so good for Connor Slater. He has pitched a no-no. Through 4, Columbus is without a hit. So Simeon Karev, he had that base hit, had that RBI. Not going to come through here in the 5th inning. Cairo comes through yet again and shuts OKC down. But still nursing that 1-0 lead. Connor Slater still looking good. No hits against him. A little bit of a jam here for Cairo. And Lonnie McQueen, maybe you should have gone to second. Maybe you should have tried for that double play. I'm not sure what was going through his head there. Maybe they thought the runner at first base was a little too quick. But now you got a walk. It's 2-0 OKC. 3-2 pitch here to Caproni. And Will Road is going to give up another walk. That's 2 straight walks. So they will call on Jeff Cruz to come in here and limit the damage, the potential damage. Full count pitch to Catfish. Looped it to right field, but Wallace Hayes is there to make the catch, and the Columbus Cardinals will get out of the jam. 0-2 pitch here to Janil Rivera. Split finger fastball. That is strike 3. It's 8 strikeouts now for Connor Slater. Still no hits given up. Another splitter. Will Till striking out. Number 9 in the strikeout total. Diego Lopez, base hit. Oh, man. Bottom 6th. Connor Slater was pitching an absolute gem. He's still pitching a gem, but you got to get this hitter. Lonnie McQueen. Deep drive to right center field. It's over the wall. It's gone. 2-run homer for Lonnie McQueen to tie the game up. And just between 3 pitches, you give up the no-hitter, and then you give up the lead. It's 2-2 game. Xavier Hawkins will draw a walk, and it seems like the loss of the no-no guys has really gotten to Connor Slater. He's rattled. Frankie Bowen, a drive in the gap that's going to score another run. Slater gives up the lead and then some. He gives up the tie. Frankie Bowen comes through with a 3-2 game now with an RBI single. Elrod Grayson will come on here in the top of the 8th. 1-2 pitch. He's going to get the strikeout on Ken Jordan. And now we're going to go to the top of the 9th with Columbus still nursing that 1-run lead. It's up to Gordo Roberson to shut this thing down and to win the series. He's going to get Caproni to strike out. Just need 1 runner on base. That's it. Just got to make something happen on the base paths. Brandon Catfish is going to pop up into foul ground. Will Till's got it. 1 more out to get. And it's going to be up to Boyd Franks. Full count pitch. Fastball. Pulls it foul. It's got to land to stay alive, but Lopez is there. Final out of this ball game. Tallied in foul ground. Just really not a very great inning for the Cyclones. Very weak inning with your season on the line, your postseason on the line. 3-2 final score. Somehow, some way, the Cardinals will pull out this game. I'm not really surprised about the series result of them winning, but that game I am surprised by. A no-hitter broken up from Connor Slater, and then he gives up the lead and the tie. So it's a crazy, crazy game. Congratulations to the Columbus Cardinals on advancing. Next matchup. Pretty decent pitching matchup. Reagan Landish against Ollie Finger. I mean, pretty decent. I kind of say that a little bit tongue-in-cheek. 5.43 ERA for Ollie Finger. He has not been his best self. He's had better seasons. He's had better years. And in his first postseason start, it doesn't start off very well. Aiden Oliver 2-run homer. That's a way to get your team started. 2-0 ball game right down the middle. Perfect swing for Aiden Oliver. Top second, Tyson Cobb. Base hit. Opposite field approach by Cobb. Not going to score the run here. A little too slow going into third base. That's okay, though. It's all right. It's one of the Taylors. Still top second. Ground ball here from Cortez. Little flip over first. They will get the out, but a run does score. Next batter up, Ezra Cavedo. Batting in the 9-hole here today. Deep drive to left. Gonzalez looking up. That ball is gone. It's a 2-run shot, and Reagan Landish continues to struggle himself. So you got 2 pitchers that have had better years, have had better seasons. They continue to find ways to just give up runs. However, Wisconsin, with runners on the corners, they do get the out at second, but the run is going to score from third base. They were shooting for that double play. Really nice play by Ollie Finger. I mean, that's really tough play. You got to turn around, you got to locate the baseball, and hopefully you're in the right spot. So that's a really great play. And then the inning will be over here, but the game is now tied 3-3. We'll skip ahead here just a little bit to see which team is going to break. Ezra Cavedo strikes out, looking. Nice pitch there by Reagan Landish. Third strikeout of the game. 2-2 pitch here. Got him swinging. That's Chucky Pinkard. Good hitter to get. He's already 0 for 2 in the game. Let's make him 0 for 3. 4 strikeouts now for Landish. Next batter up, Dalton Whitaker. That is it's going to get past the right fielder, Cortez. He lets it get by him. It could be a triple. Whitaker rounding second, heading for third. Throw is coming into home. They really respected his speed, but it's a 2-out triple. And honestly, it's a little bit too risky of a decision, man. You can't allow that to happen, because now the winning run here, leading run, is at third base. They're going to walk Baker T. Brooks, and now you get DJ Taylor up in a 2-0 count, and that is trouble. Over the left fielder here, David Gonzalez is at the warning track. Got to get this thing in to prevent another run from scoring. Here comes the throw home. Safe. Baker T. Brooks with a beautiful slide. And again, that triple, that dive, is going to cost him 2 runs. Especially in this situation in the game. 3-2 pitch here to Salvatore. Ground ball here, and Dallas Blitz throws it in the dirt. Mad Justice cannot handle it. It was a little too low. Scorebook is going to put it on Blitz as the error. So we now got another situation here. Runners on the corners with 2 down, and Reagan Landish's day is done. You know, honestly, for Landish, I know he's the guy that's going to get a lot of strikeouts, but he's going to give up a lot of runs. Against this Washington team, I honestly thought he pitched pretty good. His defense really let him down here in this game. But full count pitch here to Jake Taylor. He will draw a walk, and now Pennington has put the bases loaded. Tyson Cobb, very next pitch. Deep drive to left center. Opposite field approach yet again. Does it have enough? It does. It's a grand slam. This game is over. This series is over. 9-3 game. Tyson Cobb, his second home run of the postseason. We'll jump ahead here a little bit to the bottom of the 9th inning, and Cavedo is going to get there. Another foul out to end a series on the American League side. This game is over. This series is over. Washington will get another run tacked on to make it 10, and the Wisconsin adds 2 more to get to 5, but it just wasn't enough. Reagan Landish, 5 earned against him, 3 walks today, 4 strikeouts. Honestly, didn't pitch too bad. It was his defense that let him down, and then, of course, the bullpen letting the grand slam happen from Tyson Cobb, leading to 2 more runs against Reagan Landish. So it will be Wisconsin losing and OKC losing as well. So your winners, Columbus and Washington, they're moving on. Let's get out now here to the NL side. We've got the good boys against the Emeralds. Of course, we know full well that this rivalry is one of the more intense ones across the league. After this game, we're going to get the Sun Sox and the Moonshots as well. But we're going to start here with the rivalry matchup. We got Charles Hemingway against newcomer, Lorenzo Zanetti. Let's jump here to the bottom of the second inning. A little bit of trouble right now for Charles Hemingway. He's capable of doing that. He's also capable of getting a bunch of strikeouts, which so far he's had 1 in this inning. 23 pitches. Not a good start here. Of course, Seattle's trying to advance and finally beat Richmond in a playoff series and have not been able to do it so far. But great job by Charles Hemingway to get Samuel Wilson to strike out. Looking here to end the first inning threat by Richmond. Lorenzo Zanetti here, top third. What an athletic play there. It's about time we had some athletes at the pitching position. We haven't really had that with Shevchuk and Monroe and Piazza and all those guys. Zanetti brings a little extra something to it, a little extra juice. See that delivery and that motion, that quick move. He's an athlete, man. He's built. Look at him. 3-1 pitch here. Elliot Cervantes, deep drive to right field, but Durham is there. He'll make the catch, and Zanetti's through 3 shutout innings. Same for Charles Hemingway. He's going to get Samuel Wilson to strike out yet again. Nice looking curveball here. Number 5 for Hemingway. So he's kind of settled down there after the first inning little threat there. Scotty G with a base hit. Bottom of the 4th inning, we got a man on base. Finally, we're going to get back to some runners on here. Put a little pressure. Quevedo, right down the middle. Hemingway challenged him, and Quevedo knew it. He's like, okay, I see you. I missed. 3-2 pitch. Look at Zanetti. Off the mound. Great throw back to first. I mean, he's just an athlete. Just an athlete. Love it. 2-1 pitch here to Walker Lettier. Ground ball, and oh no, Scott Gonzalez, he's going to bobble it. That's going to leave the door open now for Seattle to put some runs up. We'll see how they respond. Caleb Callaway, 0-2 pitch, and look at that slurve. Nice and slow. It's got a lot of break to it. Don't expect it. Great job by Zanetti. Still scoreless game. Bottom 5. Look at the play by Walker Lettier. Wow. Great read over there at third base. I mean, he was a little in at that cutout there, just a little bit, but you got to have enough speed to go get the speedy runner in Kingston Mondesir. So a little aggressive play by Mondesir that Addison's going to strike out. That's another K for Charles Hemingway. We got ourselves a little pitching duel. Clayton Hall's going to strike out. Nice pitch there by Zanetti. He still puts up Seattle scoreless. So bottom 6th, Benny Blanco draws a walk. He's 0 for 2 today, but he does get on with a walk. That's going to do it for Charles Hemingway now. So do we have an opening? Does Richmond have an opening? They're going to put on Jervis Millhouse. He is 8-0, but his ERA is very, very inflated. 3-2 pitch here to Clifford Durham, and look at that nasty cut fastball. You think it's going to hit your hands, and then it just breaks right inside, and it's too late. So Samuel Wilson, couple strikeouts in this game, but no longer. Deep drive to left center. It's gone. 2-run homer for Samuel Wilson. 2 custom players going at each other there. Jervis Millhouse against Samuel Wilson, and Wilson wins the battle. Inside, 4-seamer, put it into the seats for that 2-run shot. Double play ball started by Ricky Hoberman. That's a beauty. Lorenzo Zanetti is through 7. He's going to go back out there for the top of the 8th, and we've got Gonzalez, got to rush in. Little glove flip over there. Does get the second out. And is he going to go one more batter? He will. Caleb Callaway. That is a fly ball to left, little line drive, and that's caught by Quevedo. 8 shutout innings for Lorenzo Zanetti. And we're going to jump to the top of the 9th. It's Gunnar Skarsgård time. It's closing time. Let's shut these guys down. Let's do it. 0-2 pitch here. Skarsgård against Kobayashi. Good matchup. Skarsgård looks like he's going to win this one. 1 down. Richmond trying to survive. They need this win to go to game number 3. Cervantes strikes out. Nasty pitch there by Skarsgård. 0-2 pitch to Clayton Hall. Strike 3 looking. A little bit low. It was a 50-50 ball. It was kind of half and half. But Richmond got the call. And this game is over. So we will force a elimination game. Another one for Richmond. Now, an elimination game for Seattle, as now the series is tied 1-1. Zanetti was a baller. Not a lot of strikeouts, but that's really not his game. He's just one of those dudes who's going to put the ball in play. He's going to be athletic and feel his position, right? Keep his defense working, keep them on their toes. And he did just that. It was a great game for him. Definitely deserved of the Player of the Game award. So, guys, let's now jump out to the next NL East matchup. We, of course, had an NL East team playing in the last game there with the good boys. And now we've got Orlando and Miami. Of course, Miami's up 1-0. And, whoa, deep drive to left field, bottom first, very first pitch. Banks Stacy Hayward goes deep, giving the Moonshots the lead here. Rick White is going to get a strikeout on Taj Mahal, and looks like Drew Reed has really settled down here. He's going to strike out the big hitter there, Satchel Michaels, holding on to that 1-0 deficit. He's been holding his own after that home run. Ira Weeks, great play. Beautiful play at second base. In the hole. Going to get Enrico Palazzo. Dastan Taj Mahal. Strike 3 looking. 94. High fastball. 3 strikeouts now for Rick White. Man on base here in the top of the 5th. Ground ball. Fortuna will ground out to third. Swing it back over to second base. And that is the end of the inning. So Drew Reed, bottom 5. 2-2 here to Shartner. Ground ball. Adams, little tough hop, but he takes care of it nicely. Looks confident over there at second. And that'll do it for the 5th. Now look at that box score real quick, guys. 1 hit, 1 run. So the 1 home run was really the only damage that Miami's been able to do so far against Drew Reed. Since we jump ahead here to the top of the 6th, Ryan Berger gets a leadoff double. A 2-2 pitch that he turned on a slider. Another base runner here for the Sun Sox. 0-2 pitch here to Marshall Langston. Rick White is going to strike him out looking. 79-mile-an-hour curveball. That's a tough one. 2-2 pitch here to Mikey Porter. Opposite field approach. Runner was moving. Got a great read on it. That is going to score the run. Mikey Porter comes through in the clutch. It's a 1-1 game. We're all tied up. All right, let's jump here to the top of the 7th inning. We've got Dustin Giordano on the mound. He replaces Rick White. Dastan Taj Mahal will swipe a bag. So 2-2 pitch here to Fortuna. That's going to be in the dirt. Throw coming down to third. And what's the call? He's safe. Taj Mahal is into third base with 1 out, so all Fortuna's got to do is a little fly ball, but that'll do the job perfectly. Right past Shartner. Right past Vogel. Fortuna's going to get into second base safely. Easily, I should say. That's an RBI double for Fortuna. Bottom 7th, Chad Sexton gives up the base hit. Fortuna, here comes the throw. Oh, he's not even going to try it. Not even going to try it. Miami will tie the game up. PJ Sparbori, good hitting catcher. Deliver the game-tying run, so we're here late. Giordano against Mikey Porter. Deep drive again, going opposite field. It's gone. It's just over the wall. Orlando makes it 3-2. Ooh, Orlando makes it 3-2. Porter has had himself a really nice game. Nice. If you're rooting for the Sun Sox, they're in the driver's seat now. Of course, they're down 1-0 here. They need this game right here and now. Shea Gallo, what you got? 3-2 pitch. Wolfgang Von Dietrich will swing right through that slider. Good for out number 1. Sparbori had the big hit. He's going to pop out into foul ground. Palazzo got to make the play. It's always tough. As a catcher, it's coming back to you. 2 down. 2-2 to Satchel Michaels. He can't get the bat off the shoulder. Check swing. Strike 3 called. Sun Sox will survive. And it was an interesting decision. They go with the guy that had a way below 500 record. Drew Reed has not been the best pitcher for them in his career, okay? He's just not been very good. And with that ERA, it was a big-time risk for the Sun Sox. And if you wanted my honest opinion, I actually like the Moonshots pitching staff more than I do the Sun Sox pitching staff. Because you look at who they've got going on here tonight. Tommy Cummins, 11-11 with a 4.91 ERA. It's crazy. What's going on here with the pitching? All right, let's go to game number 3. What is happening to start game number 3? Satchel Michaels pitched a clean first inning, but as we go to the top of the 2nd, we got third base throwing Ira Weeks off the bag. Weeks is trying to make up for that out that they should have got. Overthrowing first base. That's going to lead to a run. And then this out is going to lead to run number 2. So it's already a 2-0 game here, Orlando. Satchel Michaels loves hitting against those left-handed pitchers. That one's going to be right past Mikey Porter. 2 beefy-looking dudes right there, Michaels and Porter. It's crazy how big those dudes are. They should be playing football, not baseball. Ira Weeks trying to make up for that error. That's a base hit into the gap. That's a double. Run's not going to score, but Floyd Favre, ground ball here. Satchel Michaels will score from third base. So it is a 2-1 game now, so they're cutting the lead down, inching a little bit closer here. Ricky Herring swung on and missed. A nice little breaking ball there from Tommy Cummings. Another strikeout. Let's jump to the top of the 3rd inning. Deep drive by Ryan Berger. Zuniga in right field can't get there. It looked like he had a chance, but Berger burns Satchel Michaels for a solo home run. Josh Adams taking that one looking. 2 former Colorado Coyotes, by the way. Satchel Michaels and Josh Adams, 2 past GGBL champions. Michaels and Adams. Michaels going to strike out here. Tommy Cummings had 2 Ks in that inning. He's still out here in the bottom of the 7th. 0-2 pitch here to Herring with 2 down. Man on second base. Ump says he did go, and that is the end of the 7th. Orlando, they could win this series if they can just hold down Miami's offense. It's a good one. They've been shut down thus far. Marshall Lace almost had it, but it's a home run from a very, very unlikely source. Johnny Zuniga, more of a contact hitter. Von Dietrich is the same type of hitter there, very contact-driven. He's going to strike out here. Number 2 for Rivera. 2-1 pitch, ground ball, Sparbori. 2, Josh Adams. And now we turn to Scott McWilliams. He's only had 1 game in the postseason. It was a pretty clean inning that he pitched. Let's see if he can shut this down. 0-2 pitch here to Gutierrez. That's a deep drive. Oh no. Deep drive to left. It's gone. Orlando gets an insurance run from Gregorio Gutierrez. 4-2 game. McWilliams not clean there. He does get the strikeout on Ryan Berger, but the damage has been done, guys. It's up to Shea Gallo now to shut this thing down and get the first ever playoff series victory for the franchise for Orlando / Philadelphia. Remember, they moved from Philly to Orlando. So they're going to get Satchel. They're going to get Ira Weeks. Another foul out here. We've seen a lot of these here in the 9th inning. Gutierrez will make that play. 2-2 pitch to Shartner. Ground ball, a little off the plate. Adams collects it, makes the throw to first, and the Orlando Sun Sox, for the first time in franchise history, in this series at least. They've had success in the past, guys. Way back as far as canon goes, as the Philadelphia Flight. But since they've moved, the Orlando Sun Sox, for the first time in their franchise history, they've won a playoff series. And what a way to do it. It was their pitching. Game 2, great pitching by Drew Reed, an unlikely source. And then great pitching by Tommy Cummings. Kind of an unlikely source there too. But they've won the wild card series. They go on, they advance. And now we're going to turn our attention here to the Good Boys and the Emeralds. We wouldn't want it any other way to finish off this wild card finale, wouldn't we? Game number 3. Each team tied at 1. Steve Morgan, 9-11 pitcher, facing off against the rookie, Hector Varnando. Kingston Montesor, he got beat the last time that he tried Walker Litz here, but that one was a little bit better of a bunt, and he's staring him down. He's like, you going to challenge me again, buddy? Montesor gets a base hit. Chris Addison flies out into foul ground, but uh-oh, we got Tora overthrowing. Ooh, that would have been awful. That would have been bad for Seattle. Great save by Avante Duckworth. Ricky Hoberman, 2-2 pitch. Morgan's going to strike him out. So we'll see if Benny Blanco can come through here. 3-0 pitch. Is he swinging? Nope. He's going to take. It will be ball 4. So now we got runners on first and second. Morgan trying to find a way to get out of this inning. Ground ball, base hit up the middle. No one's going to get to that one. Rounding third, headed for home is Kingston Montesor. He's there. Richmond's up 1-0 early in the game. That's a way to get that offense started, man. We've been really missing the timely hitting from this offense. But Samuel Wilson comes through. Man, he has been hot. His last at-bats. Comes through with another base knock here for Richmond in the bottom of the first. Another run's going to score. He's got that adrenaline pumping. He's going to get to second base, lumbering into second base. And now we jump to the top of the second, as that's all that Richmond's going to get there in that inning. So we're going to jump here to a home run from Avante Duckworth. Varnando gives up the solo shot. That was the first base hit now for Seattle. And Varnando says, yeah, I'm good. Just made a bad pitch. We're good. Top third. More runners on base for Varnando, but he clutches up. It's kind of a risky move from Richmond. They had other more veteran options, but they went with the fireballer, Hector Varnando. I love the animation right there. Love the animation from him. The excitement, the youthful exuberance from Hector Varnando. He's been shutting down Seattle up until this point. Richmond can't come through in that inning. Benny Blanco, nice little fancy play there at third base, getting the easy out. Joshua Tora next up, next pitch. Ground ball, little backhand from Blanco. Couple steps to his right. Plants, fires the first. Out number 2. Nice plays by Blanco. 2-0 pitch to Walker Lettier. Ground ball here to Mejia. Backhanded, makes an easy throw to first, and 3 outs from the left side of the infield. 2 down here in the bottom of the fourth. Base hit from Chris Addison. Are we going to send the runner home? We are, but here comes the throw from Joshua Tora. It's on time. Scotty Gonzalez is thrown out. And it was a beautiful throw by Tora. Look at that. One hopper right to Oaks at catcher. Beautiful throw. Let's jump here to the bottom of the 5th inning. Benny Blanco, base hit right over the glove of Walker Lettier. Little offline throw there to third base, but it does hold the runner from second. Good throw there by Tora just to get that thing in. But Clifford Durham, runners on base here. Can't come through. It's a strikeout, number 6 for Morgan. And apparently, manager says, that's it. I want a fresh arm to face off against this half of the lineup. We're going to go with Jervis Millhouse. 1 game in the postseason, 2 2/3. We saw that appearance from Jervis, and it was against Samuel Wilson. So he wants that matchup yet again. He gave up the 2-run homer. So he gets the out here from Wilson. So he does his job. Is Millhouse getting the second out. So it's up to Scott Gonzalez now at a 2-1 ball game. That is going to be a base hit right past Seiko Ichiman at shortstop, and that should score the other run. It does. It is now 3-1 Richmond. They're taking control of this game. Julian Quevedo against Millhouse. That is a line drive base hit. It's in the gap. It's going to get all the way to the wall. It should score at least 2 runs. Kobayashi got to get this thing in quickly. Duckworth fires to home plate, but the 2 runs are going to score. Richmond up 5-1. Some teams, some players, you just can't kill them. They won't die. Ground ball here to Seiko. Should be the end of the inning, but he throws Clayton Hall offline. He throws him off the bag. Duckworth is wondering, man, why did I request a trade? I know I'm loving the fact that I'm playing playoff baseball, but man, oh man, we just can't seem to beat these guys. So Richmond scores a couple runs in that inning. They are up commandingly 6-1, and Varnando is looking dang good at this point. 1 out here in the 6th. Nice little defensive play there from the pitcher. 3-2 pitch with a man on base. Duckworth beat him once before, but not here. Cut fastball, nice and low. Got the strike 3 call. Duckworth tried to check his swing, but it wasn't enough. Umpire called him out on strikes. 2-2 pitcher to Quevedo. Already has a 2 RBI double in this game. Now he's got a solo home run to his credit. And my friends, I think that should probably do it for Seattle, don't you think? I think at this point we're just bludgeoning them at this point now. We're like we put the bullet in them already. It's a triple for Domingo Mejia. I mean, at this point, if you're Seattle, you're just deflated. You're just deflated. You can't find a way to beat these guys. Kingston Mondesir goes deep into the drink for a 2-run homer. It just doesn't stop. And then he adds A little more salt to the wound by he's running, he's sprinting around the bases. It's more so not for show. It's more so that he's trying to get into the dugout as fast as he can because this game's over. This game's done. But we're not done with the highlights quite yet. It's not stopping. Okay, Terry Goff comes in. 1-0 pitch here to Ricky Holberman. He's already 0 for 3 in the game. He sends a deep drive to left. Tora looking up at the track, looking up. It's gone. Another home run in the 7th inning. Ricky Holberman with a solo shot, and he knows what's up. He's like, oh, let's not celebrate it too much. This game's done. Mark Cullen, 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 to Walker Lettier, and this game is over. The series is over. Richmond, yet again, finds a way to break the hearts of the Seattle Emeralds. It just doesn't end. It doesn't end. Just when you thought it might, after that Game 1 performance by Alexei Shevchuk, you thought that maybe it was Seattle's time. It was Seattle's moment. But you get into Game 2, you got a good pitching matchup between Hemingway and Zanetti. They're going back and forth. And then you get this one, Steve Morgan against Varnando. It could go either way. 1-1 series can now go any way. And Richmond found a way to get it done. So, guys, there's your updated bracket. We've got Washington, Michigan on one side. You've got Columbus and Phoenix. So, interesting bracket there on the AL side. Of course, Washington has won a Gold Series. Columbus and Phoenix, most recently, have won a Gold Series. Michigan, the only team that has not won a Gold Series, left in the divisional round there on the left side of the bracket. Then we look over here on the right side. We've got Orlando and Kansas City. That's going to be a fun one because you've got the storyline there with Mikey Porter. Of course, he left Kansas City. He did not want to come back, so he went to Orlando. They had a big push in the offseason, getting Mikey Porter in there, getting Donald Caros, the right fielder. They ended up getting Josh Adams in there as well. So Orlando's made a big push to try to get all these free agents to try to better themselves, right? Kansas City lost some talent with Mikey Porter, right? But they're the 1 seed in the NL. So they're no slouch this season. They got a lot of things working for them. So Orlando's still got kind of an uphill battle in that one. And then you got Richmond and San Diego. These two teams have faced each other a couple times in the postseason. Of course, Richmond never having lost to them because they've made it every single year to the Gold Series. That's the storyline here. So you've got, yet again, a situation for Richmond. They have been breaking the hearts of NL West teams every year with San Diego and Seattle. So that's another interesting matchup there. But I think the one for Columbus and Phoenix is going to be that pitching matchup between Janil Rivera and Rico Ramos Jr. I think that's probably the most interesting one. I like the Washington-Michigan matchup because Michigan's just so good with their pitching staff. How are they going to be able to shut down that Washington offense? But I think out of the 4 matchups here that I'm looking at for the divisional series, I really like that Columbus-Phoenix matchup. I think that one's going to be really, really fun. How are we going to have the offensive showing up in every one of these games? We're going to have the pitching showing up. I can see it going either way. That one's going to be fun. So, guys, let me know in the comment section what your favorite games look to be here in this divisional round. And, of course, let me know in the comment section how you thought that these series went. How'd your picks do? You know, did you get your wild card winners correct? Do you have the right matchups for the divisional series? I'd love to see kind of what your guys' thoughts are about that. So, guys, leave a like if you like this thing. I will see you back here next Friday, at least for the first half of the divisional series. As you guys know, the more games that you have, the more series you have in general. You've got 4 series that could all go 5 games. So it could theoretically get to be a pretty long video. A lot of recording hours, a lot of editing hours, a lot of commentary, right? So I could be breaking this up into at least 2 episodes, maybe do a live stream if we got more than one team in a 5-game series, right? If it's tied 2 games to 2, we might do a live stream to break that tie. That might be kind of fun to watch it live, but we'll see how it works out. I'm just kind of letting you guys know what the plan is. So I'll see you next Friday for at least the first half of the divisional round, and then probably over the weekend, no promises, it might bleed in over to a Monday or something, but yeah, anyway, that's kind of what to expect going forward. So guys, leave a like this thing. I'll see you in the next one. As always, thank you so much for watching, and peace.